Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. In BL tonight, folks, it's earnings reports, and with earnings comes dividends. If you don't buy a share, you can't get a dividend. First up tonight, it's Eppley Limited declaring a dividend. We covered their earnings just the other night, and it was record or good earnings for Eppley. Earnings were up 24%. Now they are coming out with a dividend here. The meeting of the board of directors was held May 14th, 2021. And an ordinary dividend of 3.72 cents Jamaican was declared. It's going to be paid right around the corner, June 11th, 2021. Now, Consolidated Bakeries, Jamaica, better known as Purity here, coming out with their earnings as well. Marginal profit growth for the first quarter, but that's good for Purity. They've had a really hard time, generating good profits or blockbuster profits. So this is better in terms of where they're coming from. No, it's a marginal net profit. It's 6% net profit growth for their first quarter. Net profit here of 9 million Jamaican versus 8.47 million Jamaican year over year. Now, next up tonight, we got Supreme Ventures here. They're coming out here with an advisory significant litigation. Interesting announcement here. The stock price coming up to maybe its 52-week high or just trending upwards. It was at $14, $15 a share. Now trading at around $19.80, almost $20 a share, and some interesting advisories there also. To this point here, significant litigation. The company advises that it's significant legal matters, specifically EGE Limited, formerly Epsilon Global Equities Limited, that was being pursued in local courts as well as in the USA. That's Florida courts have been withdrawn and dismissed with prejudice, respectively, with no order to the costs in any of these matters, and that the lawsuits were actually brought against Supreme Ventures, ticker symbol SVL, and its founding shareholders. So that's great news. Now, Wisynco Group here, major conglomerate, lots of cash on its balance sheet also, trading in their shares. A sale here, it's a small one. Executives selling down 49,683 shares on May 13th, 2021. Now, getting back to some earnings reports, the things that we love on Business Life. Dolphin, Cove in tourism, which has really been taking a beating and a battering. But Dolphin, Cove revenues at about 22%, 20% on the previous year when you really analyze the first quarter. But they're doing a good job with it overall, maintaining or managing the cash burn rate as best as possible when you really analyze the profit and loss during the pandemic as it continues. And just with the lack of revenues in the profit and loss statement, the income statement overall. So revenues, as we said, at 22% compared to year over year for the March 31st, 2021 versus 2020 quarter. Overall revenues, 739,000 US compared to 3.29 million US year over year. So that's just a major fall off. They say that they've only used about 600K or drawn down 600K. So they have a lot of cash on the balance sheet. They have access to a lot of cash. They'll weather this storm clearly is what they're saying. And they're in good shape. The balance sheet is strong. I'm Mark Croskery. This is Business Live.